Hey beautiful people, and welcome back to 50 Cent's beautiful fragrance channel where we share and discuss fragrance together, guys. Yes, thank you for tuning in, guys, and today we're talking about the most, or my selection of the most masculine fragrances in my whole collection. So if you're interested, stay tuned, guys. But before we start, guys, if it's your first time tuning in or you're not subscribed yet to this beautiful fragrance channel, please do me the favor and hit the subscribe button down below and like this video. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, doesn't cost you anything, so thank you a lot in advance. I reduced this selection of really masculine fragrances to 7 for you guys. It was really hard to pick just 7 fragrances, so I have one honorable mention for you, and this honorable mention is Platinum Egoist by Chanel, guys. I really wanted to include this, but the other fragrances in this list, guys, are even more masculine smelling to me than this one. Still, guys, this is a fougere fragrance, a really classic modern fougere. Smells really sharp, really clean, like a fresh groomed man. And I think fougere fragrances in general, we can agree on, are really masculine smelling. I really enjoy this fragrance, guys, because for me it has this timeless character to it, guys. This is a fragrance from the 90s that will still be relevant, I think, in 20-30 years, because this just smells really good, like a quite mature, sophisticated guy that knows what he's doing, and that's what I like about this. So I really wanted to put this in this list, but this is my one honorable mention on this list, guys. It's Platinum Egoist by Chanel. Starting off with my list, guys, and the first fragrance on this list has the name masculine in its name, guys. So that has to mean something, and it does. This is Masculin Pluriel, or Masculin Pluriel by MFK. And this fragrance, guys, for me is the perfect fougere fragrance. This is my go-to fougere fragrance if I'm craving for one. I think here it's just such a smooth blend, guys. You have this beautiful lavender bomb with some citruses combined with this vetiver that is so smooth. This fragrance is just smoothness in a bottle, guys. Really, it is not offensive or something, not harsh. The lavender is also really smooth out. It's such a gorgeous smell, and then you have this slightly shower jelly facet in the dry down that still makes this quite modern smelling. It is from the modern times, but this fougere fragrance sometimes can be a little bit outdated, but this one isn't at all, guys. This is great. I got a lot of good reactions with this one. A lot of guys actually really like this one if you wear this, because it's just the epitome of the sophisticated masculine guy that knows what he's doing in life, guys. And that was what this fragrance does to me personally, and I really enjoy it, like I said, because it's quite soft, still makes a statement, and it's gorgeous, guys. This is Masculin Pluriel by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Next up, guys, we have a fragrance that I just couldn't stop wearing this summer, and I really love it because it makes me feel really sexy and masculine. This is Ocean of a Midnight Moon by Simone Andreoli, guys, and this fragrance smells for me like a niche version of Acqua di Gio Profumo. So for me, like Acqua di Gio Profumo should have smelled when they released it. I think this is really gorgeous smelling, smells really high end. Of course, this is a niche scent. It costs over like 100 euros, but nowadays also some Armani fragrances cost over 100 euros. So I would think about it, guys, if you consider both. But keeping it simple, guys, this fragrance smells just really masculine on a daily base, because this is such a versatile fragrance. It has a beautiful pineapple juniper berry combo in the opening, combined with salty aquatic notes, a leathery base with really heavy muskiness and woodiness, really Italian smelling and really strong. This is a really strong cologne, and I just love it, guys. I took this or a sample of this on my vacation to Sicily, really tried it out there, fall really in love with it. I mean, it's just a personal thing, but this is a personal channel, so I can talk about my personal experience with this fragrance. And my girlfriend also really loves this fragrance. She tells me always this smells really attractive, really masculine, really mature and sophisticated in the right way. So I think if you're looking for a workhorse that is really masculine smelling, has really good performance, really think about trying this with a sample, because it is a little bit different, still mass appealing, can work year round, is best suited, I think, for spring and of course summertime, summer evenings, guys, with this fragrance were really magical. I tend to wear this to night outs and on date nights in the summertime, and I think this is gorgeous, guys. I think this is really gorgeous, and I think if you're looking for a really masculine, strong perfume, you should really try this one. This is Simone Andreoli's Ocean of a Midnight Moon. Okay guys, the next fragrance on this list actually made me do this topic for you guys because this is quite new in my collection, and from the moment on I got this, I knew this is one of the most rawest and masculine fragrances I've ever smelled. This is Gucci Guilty Absolute, and this is really just a raw, masculine, leathery fragrance, guys. This smells like brown leather combined with a quite dirty vetiver. Some say it smells a little bit medicinal, and I can see that because I know it from my teenage years. Also, there are some things that smell like this, but guys, this in the air I think is still really gorgeous. It smells really gorgeous, masculine with, for example, a leather jacket. And now in the winter, autumn and winter time, I think this is gorgeous, sophisticated, and just smelled like a man who's not fishing for compliments or something, that just knows his values, that knows his standing alive, and that just wants to make a statement. I think this is a statement making fragrance, and I think this is really the most masculine fragrance in my whole collection, I would say, with the other ones of course, but this one, guys, stands out because it's so raw. But I love it, guys. I love it for its artistic value, because Gucci is not really a house I'm looking for to have a lot of fragrances from, because they're quite boring often, but this fragrance for me really stood out for a modern fragrance, guys. I think this is really bold. Like I said, takes you back to the 70s where fragrances were just bold, masculine, and full of heavy notes, right? And this one is too, and I really love it, and I can't wait to wear this more often in fall and winter when I feel like it, guys. This is Gucci Guilty Absolute, beautiful banger. Continuing with a fragrance, guide that I got, I think last October or November, and I really fall in love for the DNA, and I can't wait to wear this more on cooler days, guys. This is Pasha de Cartier Parfum, and I think this is just such a masterpiece in my opinion, because what they did here is just taking a beautiful fougere kind of DNA and making it really modern smelling, making it smell quite interesting in a way, because fougères normally are just fresh, full of lavender, patchouli, and oak moss, right? And this one takes this nose to another level. It has a boozy side to it, but not too much. The lavender still keeps it fresh all the time, so you can easily rock this in the daytime. And then you have this patchouli in here that smells a bit chocolatey, like dark chocolate. This is really masculine, smells absolutely divine in my opinion. Really upper class for me smell. This really smells like a Cartier fragrance should smell, and it's so gorgeous, guys. This is for formal events, this is for going out. You just have to dress nicely with this, because this is really masculine, really sophisticated in a way. It still has a playful side, and girls love this fragrance, guys. I was really surprised last year how many good reactions I got with this from younger women, because I was thinking that I just wear this for myself, and I really don't care for fragrance compliments so much, guys. But maybe this will more suit a more older crowd. But guys, also girls in their 20s and 30s really love this fragrance, so I can just highly recommend to try this this autumn and fall season, guys. It fits the occasion, it fits the mood of fall and winter time, and it's strong enough to cut through the cold. It's still airy enough to work on a daily basis. So this is absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. If you want to smell divine, this is Pasha de Cartier Parfum. Next up is a fragrance that I haven't featured on this channel for a long time, but it is one of the most masculine fragrances you can get nowadays in the designer room, and I love it, guys. This is Dior Sauvage Elixir, and I still think, guys, they made such a great job. I think this is one of the only elixirs that I really enjoy when it comes to designer fragrances. My best friend is wearing it as a signature, so I'm not wearing it for night outs, but sometimes on cooler days I really enjoy this one too. It's so strong. It has such a heavy dose of lavender in here. Really takes you back to this 80s powerhouses combined with this licorice note in the opening, some cinnamon and cardamom, and then you have this gorgeous Dior Sauvage DNA in the background. So this one really smells a bit like the niche version of Dior Sauvage. It is still really bold and masculine in my opinion. So not everyone will like this fragrance, but still I think they made just a great job here to transform this just really fresh ambroxan heavy spicy DNA in a new era, in a new dimension. I think this one smells nothing like the other flankers of Dior Sauvage. And if you're looking for a daily driver year-round, I think my best friend is wearing this year-round, not just to night outs, also on a daily base. But if you want a staple signature now for the cooler days, I think this one will fit you really, really well if you want a really easygoing masculine fragrance, because this one just stands out. And guys, this is one of the strongest fragrances that I ever smelled in the designer room. So keep your sprays low. 2 sprays are more than enough for a night out. But if you want to feel masculine, sexy, and want something a little bit different in the designer room, guys, try this one out. This Dior Sauvage Elixir. So I was really considering Terre d'Hermès, the Eau de Toilette, to feature on this list. But I know some French women that love to wear this fragrance for themselves. And I think it can work unisex, even if I think it is quite masculine smelling for me personally, or on my skin. But this one is even more masculine to me, guys, and this is Terre d'Hermès Parfum. I think this takes away that sparkliness and adds this oak mossy shaving foamy aspect to this fragrance or to this DNA, and makes this, like I said, more sophisticated, even more mature smelling, and it makes it even more masculine in my opinion. And also this one, it could be a fall and winter list here, guys, because also this one is just perfect, I think, now for the cooler days. It is not that peppery, orangey smell that you know from the eau de toilette that is just lingering around all the time. This stays quite close to the skin while still projects in a nice sand bubble around you with a more like denser version of the DNA without this pepperiness. Like I said, it's more like orangey shavy for me with a lot of woody aspects. I still love it because for me the whole lineup of Terre d'Hermès is just absolutely outstanding, timeless, and all are masterpieces. But this one with the Eau de Toilette stands out for me. And I think, like I said, if you want a staple, if you want a really good office scent now in the cooler days or also year round, this works really, really well. It is not as offensive smelling sometimes or dirty smelling, I think, like the Eau de Toilette. I love the Eau de Toilette a little bit more, but this one is more masculine, so I wanted to feature it on this list, guys. And I think it's gorgeous price value proposition, guys. The quality you get here is outstanding for designer fragrance. This is Terre d'Hermès Parfum. And last but not least, guys, we have a really special fragrance to me personally. I love this fragrance. This is Royal Vintage by M.Micallef, and I just described this fragrance as the most masculine smelling Creed Aventus badge that you can get nowadays. This smells so divine in a way. It smells so leathery, so smoky. It has this piney, traditional masculine vibe to it in the opening, but in the dry down it's really amped up, leathery, smoky Aventus fragrance or DNA that you get. And it smells really high quality, and I just love to wear this fragrance, guys, to special occasions. I really quite exclusively wore this to special occasions this year. I think it's really sophisticated, it's really masculine smelling, has still this fresh aspect, but has also this matureness to it. It's just gorgeous smelling in my opinion, and really underrated. No one talks about this fragrance when it comes to this pineapple woody fragrances or cheaper fragrances that are quite modern. And this one flies so much under the radar. Has a, like I said, it has a mature side to it, and it is not the strongest fragrance. Longevity protection are not the best with this. Maybe like 6-7 hours I get with this, and like 1 to 1.5 hours of projection because it gets quite close to the skin. But guys, still I could smell when I wore this to special occasions. I wore it with like 6-7 sprays, and I could easily smell myself like after 7-8 hours still, because it still projects but just mildly. This just smells like a modern gentleman, guys. Sophisticated, still quite playful, and just like a man who knows his values in life. So that comes across to me when I wear this, when I smell this fragrance. And like I said, I think it's still quite different to other pineapple woody fragrances, and the most masculine I know. So I wanted to include this one in the list, guys. This is Royal Vintage by M.Micallef. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me down in the comments below what you think about the fragrance I showed you today, and what are your favorite really masculine smelling colognes. I'm really curious, like always. See you next time. Bye bye, guys.